Madden Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Broncos and the Ravens, all that and more, coming up next.
It's the National Football League, presented by EA Sports. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the final pick of the first round in 2018 out of Louisville. It's Lamar Jackson.
And when you review his performance last week in the game in total, I think that he understands and his team understands they were fortunate to get out there with a victory because he was a little tentative out there and didn't throw a touchdown pass. And if I'm this defense that he's facing in this one, I'm going to bring some pressure early and see if they can get to him. Maybe he's gotten it out of his system, and now he can be a little bit looser and play more to his potential.
That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick 2nd and long. They go play action with Jackson. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year in the NFL now.
For a guy still in his 2nd year in the NFL, this is obviously a big spot for him to try and fill. Able to engineer the victory in the wild card round last weekend. That's got to give him confidence, and it's got to elevate the confidence of his teammates as well. But as he said after the win, things are only going to get tougher from there. He understands the situation he's in. He understands what's ahead of him in this one. Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass trick in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Ready.
2nd and 5. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 12 yards on that one, and earns him a fresh set of downs.
Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing 3rd down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
Mitchell will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown. So good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25.
And coming out now, the Broncos. And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round, on the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? A little on the road again. I mean, this has been kind of the mantra they're under right now, and they can't change it. The season dictated what would happen with them, right? They had to go on the road for the first round of the playoff. They're on the road again, and sometimes teams get really comfortable with that. Not only the idea of going on the road and shocking the world, but just, hey, it's just us. We don't have to worry about outside distractions. It's just us. Let's go play.
It becomes that us against the world mentality, doesn't it?
And while it may be overplayed, in the media, it's real when it comes time to play ball. And this drive was almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow them to convert a 3rd and 18. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright.
Under pressure, they got him again.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Nothing our score after one. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Taking it about the 36.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt.
And the Ravens, they'll take over.
Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. Just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them. Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Check mash.
They'll try the left side. Poe.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
19 tight. 19 tight. Ready.
2nd and 4. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his right.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
I don't think anyone would argue that having that extra week definitely helps come playoff time. And those were some fresh legs right there. That extra practice time and planning, certainly in evidence.
They'll run with Mitchell.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
A trick shot on the extra point, but it is good off the left upright. And the lead now stands at 13. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away.
And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
So the Broncos coming out now. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
On 2nd down, Williams. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
And that's why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Let's take it inside his own 40. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. They'll try the left side. Poe.
A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 45-yard line.
That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Try the right side with Mitchell.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
Touchdown! A great play there. 32 yards.
And the Ravens continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Extra point attempt here still to come. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away.
Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. Denver's offense now set to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll look to throw here. Pressure too much. Down he goes. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. He'll take it at the 42. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field.
And really, you can't have a better situation than this. 1st and goal at the 1.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Smash, smash. Ready, ready, ready.
They'll try to run with Mitchell.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Ravens are able to add on to their first half lead. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Now the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. And Denver getting set to take the field. But Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And that's taken at his own 42. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10. The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Flushed out right. Oh, poor decision there, and it's going to be intercepted. And the Broncos will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
He'd been having a good day so far, but I think he got a little overzealous on that one. Still young in this league. Has to learn to try not to do too much on an individual play because, as we all know, sometimes less is more. And throwing away is preferable to making the big mistake.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. This is taken at the 15. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. This 4th and final matchup on this divisional round weekend. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. We'll start our tour in the entertainment capital of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada, where you see the final score there. The Dolphins are ready to make some noise in the playoffs as they finish off a 13-4 regular season. Final adjustments are underway in the locker rooms. Which of these 2 teams will survive and advance to next weekend's AFC Championship game? To find out, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach. We welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter.
And they have made this look easy. I mean, there's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs, but this lead, yes, they're at home, but this has been impressive.
And we hear all the time when upsets happen, teams go on the road, that maybe home field advantage isn't all it's cracked up to be. But you and I both know the reality is teams really fight hard to get it. Why? You don't ever have to change routine. Everything's familiar going into the game. It makes things easier, and that has paid off for them in a big way in this contest.
And got his man complete. And they've got it run across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35.
Just by writing it down in my notes, I've never given up credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Here's a 2nd and 7, being chased out left. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
At this point, this offense feels like they could just roll out anything, and it would work. They are certainly in no hurry for this one to end. Not when they can rack up some stats and continue.
And in for the Ravens touchdown. What a great play there. A beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That complete. It's Tyler Scott with it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. It's caught on the right side. Williams. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that will bring up second down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. So the completion gets him just a yard. And 3rd and 8 now.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Now a give up the middle to Williams. They'll get this down to the 38. This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the third quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. They'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down. Now back to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Give him 32 on the play.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. So left side, it's complete.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Called that a very strong gain of 24.
And how nice is it for him to know that when he gets outside the pocket, he's got a reliable tight end he can go to. So he's able to look his way, find his big target, and set up first and goal.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, second down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Once more with Mitchell.
And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the... Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
No, no. Check match, check match.
Here's Mitchell.
And he will take it in for the Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Ravens are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this fourth quarter lead. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away.
And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard.
Back to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Looking to throw.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And the Ravens taking the field. And this one not officially in the bag, but it's looking more and more like you and I are going to be in these same seats next week for a game to go to the Super Bowl.
And it's contrary to our meeting with the visitors, wasn't it? Remember when we went over to their hotel before the game, and one of the themes they kept hitting us with was, let's put the pressure on the #1 seed and see if they can handle it. Let's do that. Well, they're the #1 seed for a reason. Best team all year long. They're showing it again in this game.
2nd and a couple.
Check match. Ready, ready.
They run over center with Mitchell.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half-yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll set up to throw. He'll buy some time right. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Hey, smash Broncos! Check, Panthers!
On second down, here's Mitchell. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Ravens continue to pour it on here in the fourth. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Extra point splits the uprights, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And now 1 yard to go on third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 9 yards that time.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll be second in a couple. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. Now a 2nd and 2. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And Judy's going to have a Broncos first down as he's going to get this down to the 45-yard line.
And the Broncos first down.
They'll look to throw again. He'll drop this down to Williams. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
First down, Denver.
Back to throw again. Over the middle, complete to Judy. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And Judy's going to have a Broncos first down as he'll get this down to the 23.
First down, Broncos.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time has run out on this ball game. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough, tough way for it to end.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter @EA Madden NFL.
The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.